Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Linda. So today we're going to be doing a review on Merit. Now they actually sent me this box, but all of this is my own personal opinion. They sent me this beautiful box and it's so pretty. Less is more, their whole philosophies. So this is the bag that I got. Now Merit usually sends a terracotta bag with their purchases, but because it's during the holidays they have this special black bag and it's so freaking cute. It's so versatile, like you can just open it. It's really accessible. It can be used as a makeup bag or just a regular purse. So pretty. So today we're going to be doing a mini review on all of these products. Let's go ahead and get ready today. So we're going to be using the Merit Perfect Complexion Stick, and this is in the color Bisque. Now I think that this is the closest to my shade and it's a more neutral shade. The complexion stick is not really a concealer or a foundation. It states that it's kind of just for like the hidden blemishes, so it's a little bit like in between. Next up we have is a Merit blending brush. Now this perfectly blends out the formulation of the complexion stick. The stick formulation is a little bit on the drier side. Now today I am wearing sunscreen. Yesterday when I first applied it, I wasn't wearing sunscreen, which I usually am, but yesterday I just happened to not be wearing sunscreen, and so it did get a little bit dry underneath my nose. But today, since I am wearing sunscreen as well as my usual skincare, it's less dry. Skin is a little bit more moisturized, so I assume that today I will have less caking around my nose. Now for the blending stick, I like to just simply tap on it. I don't like to swirl around because it doesn't have that much coverage. It's a light to medium coverage, so I just like to lightly buff it in. Even though this is a shorter, fatter brush, it actually is soft enough to go in the crevices of your eyes, like right here. And so I actually do like this brush quite a bit versus my other foundation brush. So this is a light layer of the complexion stick. Now it is a light coverage, but honestly I have been really liking that a lot more than a full face of foundation because it's just too much for me. As you can see right here, there are still dark spots, but it just looks a little bit less dark. It's nothing too crazy, but you can definitely build it up a little bit. So let me just go ahead and spot conceal a little bit more to show you guys. As you can see right here, it is a little bit more buildable and less noticeable in this section. Since this is on the drier side, I think it's okay to not set it, especially for my skin. I have a normal to combo skin. In the T-zone I get oily and everything else is just kind of normal. I actually don't need to set this. I think I still will, simply because I like to avoid as much shine as possible. But if you're on the drier side for your skin, I think you don't need to set this at all, but I like to. I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, I'm actually going to use the Hourglass Ambient Mini palette right here in Lightning Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked, and I'm just going to be using this powder right here to just slightly set, and this just helps illuminate everything. So with the same palette, I'm actually going to be using this blush shade, nothing too much right now, and then I'm going to be using the bronzer right here and just sculpting a little bit of my cheeks. So I'm going to use the Ayako Limitless 3 palette, and I'm going to be using this brown shade right here as my eyeliner. If you guys have been watching any of my videos, you guys would know that I like to use eyeshadow as eyeliner, and I recently have started getting back into liquid and also pencil liner. But before, for consistently 2 years, I was always using just brown eyeshadow, and I really like it. It just helps soften the whole entire look. Now this is something I've been doing just this past month, but I still use the same exact shade, and I actually like to kind of accentuate my aerosol underneath just to add a little bit more definition. And your aerosol is this fatty tissue at the very bottom right here, so I like to kind of go in the middle section right here and then fan it out just to give it a little bit more definition, because it is a little bit lost after concealer. And then I will just use my ring finger or my middle finger just to slightly blend it out, because the pigmentation on the Limitless Ayako is pretty pigmented. Just be wary about that. To finish it up, I will use the Alley Oop 11th Hour Shadow Stick in Baby Pearl, and I will just be applying this a little bit underneath my eyes, and I just like to apply it at the center right here to help brighten it. So compared to this one, it just adds a little pop, and I will just go with a little bit left over and apply it at the very corners just to help brighten it up a tiny bit too. So next up we have is a Merit tubing mascara. Now it's really hard to come across a tubing mascara that is really clean like Merit, and I actually do like this. It does actually hold my curl, and I do have pretty straight lashes, but it does do a pretty good job at actually holding them, which I do appreciate. It doesn't really fall flat. It does coat each lashes very well. The actual formulation is a little bit more on the drier side, but that's how I like my mascara, because when it's really wet it's easy to get spidery lashes, and this one isn't super wet from the get-go. So as you can see, it defines each lash and I really like that a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead with the second one right here. So I'm gonna let this mascara dry because I like to go ahead and recurl them afterwards. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead with the brow pomade, and I love this so much. The brow pomade is actually very comparable to the Glossier one. This one doesn't have any fibers, but it does make your eyebrows look very bushy, and I do like that. It makes it look really full without any fibers, and I think it's because of the canola clay. This is 1/2 coat. It does make my eyebrows look way fuller than without the pomade, which is just very interesting because it doesn't have any fibers whatsoever. So the Glossier Brow is my absolute holy grail, but honestly I think this one might be my new favorite because the Glossier is really wet at first, but this one is a little bit more on the drier side. Now I like the Glossier Brow when it's a little bit drier, but it can take a while for the formulation to get a little bit drier. But because this one is dry from the get-go, it's way easier to work with and you don't get like as much smudges, because for the Glossier one, because it's so wet, sometimes if you press it too close to your skin then it will be pretty dark in that area. But I actually really do like this one a lot more, and honestly I think I might purchase the Merit over the Glossier depending on the look that you're going for. I think if you're looking for that really bushy look, the Glossier is the one for you. It is just a wetter formula, but if you want something that is still a little bit more natural but gives you a little bit, just a little fluff, then I think the Merit one is a good option. This is really good and I love it. So this is 3CE's Take a Layer in Cabbage Rose. Now I'm gonna just apply a little bit of this on my cheeks just for a little bit more red on my face. Next up we have is the Merit Highlighting Balm in Cava. Now I really like this. It's a more natural highlight. If you're looking for something really shiny and bright, this is not the one for you. This one also reminds me of the Glossier highlighting sticks, but this one is honestly a little bit better in blending. I think the formulation of the Merit is a little bit better than Glossier. Glossier can tend to be a little bit too shimmery, but this one is just a nice natural dew, and I really like the sheen that it gives. It's just a very nice sheen. The highlighting balm is very interesting because it seems to just like melt right away the moment that you touch it and you actually spread it. It's such a nice formulation. It's so smooth. I absolutely love this one so much, and it's perfect for those people who don't want to wear too much makeup but just want a little bit of sheen. This one is for you. So the last one I have is the Merit Tinted Lip Oil in Au Natural. Now I really like tinted lip oils because they're super hydrating. Now the reason why I really like this lip oil is actually because it's very pigmented. As you can see from that first swipe, it's already very pigmented compared to my natural lip color. It's very hydrating with color as well. 10 out of 10 is amazing because I haven't really come across lip oils that have this much pigmentation in it. So this is actually quite surprising that it has enough pigmentation to cover my natural lip color, because my lip color is very dark in my personal opinion. It just adds a little bit of sheen and color, and it's so hydrating, especially for the winter time. It's insane how dry my lips get, and so for this I really like these a lot. It reminds me of the ColourPop Luxe lip oils, but those pigmentation is just very sheer, but this one is actually a medium decent coverage. Let me go do my hair so I can show you guys the full shebang. So I never really talked about Merit as a brand overall, but Merit is a clean, vegan, and cruelty-free brand. They are really clean ingredients, non-toxic, and they do fit all the UE standards, and that is very hard to come by. So for my final thoughts on Merit, now they do remind me of Glossier for the minimalistic, less is more makeup vibes, and I actually really do enjoy that. Now the only product I don't have is the blush, but I really want to try that out because all of these products have amazed me, and I'm super excited about this brand. It is a more luxurious brand, but I think they are worth the price, and I would highly recommend for you guys to check them out. So that was it for this video. If you guys have tried Merit before, let me know in the comments down below what's your favorite product or what brands recommendations you guys have for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.